Hi guys, and welcome to the Portsmouth vs Sunderland match review. Now, we have just lost by 2-0 at Fratton Park against Portsmouth, and I will say before I do get into the match review that 100% Portsmouth do deserve the win. They were better than us, but that doesn't excuse the manner in which we simply whimpered out of that game. I was very, very disappointed in the manner in which we did lose the game, but again, Portsmouth, they were better than us. I have to say they were better than us. But getting into it, the lineup that we went with, we had McLaughlin in goal, we had Lynch, Willis, and we had Bailey Wright as the back three. We had O'Nien and Hume as the wing backs. We had Dobbo and Power in the middle. We had Gooch, Maguire, and Charlie Wyke up top. Now, in the first half, I thought it was very well contested. I thought both sides made some very good chances. I think we might have even had maybe just about the better chances in terms of, I think early doors we did get, we got Wyke in. He wrestled with his man. He managed to nod it in front of him with his head, and then he got a volley which unfortunately went straight to the keeper. O'Nien had an absolutely class shot which somehow didn't end up in the back of the net. I don't know how. It was like 20-25 yards out, and it's hit it from the right hand side of the box, and it's drifted towards that top left hand corner. It's hit the inside of the post, come back, hit the keeper on the back of the leg, and it looked like it was going to trickle over the line, but it's gone wide. Do you know what I mean? We just didn't quite get the look of the draw in that sense, but then that was sort of like the opening 20 minutes, and those were the sort of best couple of chances you could pick out. But it was a really, really well-contested game in that first half, and but then Portsmouth started to make chances of their own, and it became very clear immediately that every time Portsmouth put a cross in, or they had a set piece, we could not deal with it. For some reason, they had O'Nien marking Burgess, who's, 6'6", 7", whatever the hell he is massive. O'Nien was marking him. Why the hell was Luke O'Nien marking him? But either way, it ended up being a set piece that proved to be our downfall. They whipped the ball in, it was nodded in. Completely free header by the big man, which went into the bottom right-hand corner, beat McLaughlin. They had no chance whatsoever. So we go into half-time, and it's 1-0 to Portsmouth. Second half is underway, and although, as I say, the first half, I don't think we played particularly badly, we just seemed abysmal at the back. We seemed so shaky. We couldn't defend whatsoever, all of them. And usually I have so much praise for the likes of Willis, Lynch, who can have an off day, but usually, or at least in recent weeks, it's been okay. And the new man Wright seemed out of his depth today. I'll just put that on the line there. I think he looked massively out of his depth today. A couple of little mistakes here and there, and none of them, including Willis, who I am always full of praise for because I think he's been brilliantly consistent recently, they all seemed very shaky, and they were really poor today. They were really, really poor, all of them, I believe. That back three, which of course can include the likes of Luke O'Nien and Denver Hume, who are supposed to obviously pull back and join into the sort of back five when we are defending. But mainly those back three really, really disappointed me. I don't think they didn't take responsibility for any balls that were coming into the box. They were just hoping that other people would deal with it. They shied away from responsibility, and that proved big time. But in that first half, Charlie Wyke, he was also disappointing for me, although he did have that one chance early on. I think he had 6 aerial duels and lost all 6 of them. He didn't put himself about enough for me. He had that one chance, as I say, and that was about it. We did struggle creatively, but we still contested them, which is the frustrating thing. We still contested them. The first half was the time where we really needed to put our foot on the game, but in the second half, Wyke did come off because he did pick up a bit of a knock towards the back end of that first half. Lafferty came on, and the second half was just an absolute shit show. We didn't have a shot throughout the second half. We had nothing. It was literally men against boys. They battered us. They come out absolutely flying. They were battering us, having chance after chance after chance. They were having sitter after sitter after sitter. Unfortunately for us, they couldn't finish the dinner. Do you know what I mean? Eventually they did make it 2-0. It was another set piece that came in completely unmarked and just drilled past McLaughlin to make it 2-0. But they could have quite easily finished the game 4 or 5-0 up. Do you know what I mean? That's how bad we were defensively. We really were, and I say defensively, but in that second half we created nothing. It's like we couldn't get it out of our own half in that second half. Portsmouth were just that dominant, and we were that frigging soft. We were so soft. We made it so easy for them. Our challenges, our passes were piss poor, creatively terrible. To be fair, although I did say that Wyke was, not the greatest in the first half, he was pretty poor. Lafferty, who came on in the second half, he really wasn't much better, because he didn't do himself any justice at all whenever we did ping any balls to him, which of course weren't great balls, but as a target man, he's 6'4", I'd expect a lot better. I think he touched the ball twice, and there were just 2 really poor touches and give the ball away. That was pretty much it. Semenyo, who we just recently signed on loan yesterday on the transfer deadline day, he came on with not too long left either. Didn't really get a chance, didn't get a look in because we just didn't manage to get it to our final third. And he came on with 20 minutes left, and I think he touched the ball twice and just got it nicked off him. They wanted it more than us, simply, for me, in the second half. I do believe that they wanted it more than us. We seem to just sit back and just accept our fate, and I think we just give up. I think it got to the point where we were, of course, going into this game, we're 9 games unbeaten. I feel like as soon as that second goal went in, we thought, no, we're giving up now. We just, we waved the white flag and we just gave up. That's what it felt like for me. I think everyone just seemed to be individuals rather than a team as soon as that second goal went in. And which is really, really frustrating. Then with about 10 minutes left or so, ball gets put in towards the box. McLaughlin contests the ball. He tries to punch it and he collides with Lynch. And Lynch goes down to ground and he's completely, you can see, completely knocked out cold. He's knocked out cold. The referee, which is really, really frustrating. This is nothing against, obviously, Portsmouth or anything like that. Of course, it has nothing to do with them. But the referee, this is just me saying that this is really dangerous refereeing. Because Lynch is on the ground, is blatantly to everyone, even Portsmouth fans who were seeing it, he was knocked out cold. The referee decides, no, it's advantage, let play on. Imagine if something was deadly serious with Lynch, he's allowed play on when he's blatantly knocked out cold on the floor. That is fucking ridiculous. That man could be in serious, serious trouble here. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully it isn't. Hopefully it is just a small injury, or it was just a little bit of concussion or something. But imagine how serious that would be, and he thought he'd just let play on. There's more things to life than football, do you know what I mean? And I know that sounds really deep, but it's true. Do you know what I mean? He was completely knocked out cold. He waited on to see if Portsmouth could score. About 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds later, we did manage to clear it away, and then he blew the whistle, which is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And then by that time, we obviously managed to check him out. It took a while for the medical team to get on the pitch, and he got stretchered off. So I'm hoping to God, and I pray that Lynch is okay. I hope to God he is okay, because he has been very good for us, and even so, whether it's been good or bad for us, do you know what I mean? Regardless, he's a human being, and that is serious shit. And it pissed me off so much when I saw that the referee waved play on when it was so blatant and that guy was in pain and there was something serious going on. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so it ended up finishing 2-0. And of course, because Lynch went off and we already had used all of our substitutes, because Watmore come on as well, who didn't really produce anything at all. We had to play the last sort of 10-15 minutes with 10 men, which, we just defended, and that's all it was. But if it weren't for some great goalkeeping, there was a couple of times where McLaughlin really did save our arses, and there was a couple of times where Portsmouth really should have just put the ball in the back of the net. We could have easily walked away from this game 4-5, 6-0 down. Do you know what I mean? It could have been a 6-0 loss today, and I wouldn't have been surprised based on that performance that I saw today, particularly in the second half. So yeah, it's a 2-0 loss, and hopefully it's a wake-up call. And it's a reality check almost. I know that sounds really cliche, but it hopefully is a reality check that we're not unbeatable. Do you know what I mean? We're not unbeatable. And I think the big thing for me as well, and I'm not going to say if Ozturk was on the pitch, he would have saved the day, we would have had a clean sheet, whatever. But I really want to know what is going on with Ozturk, because Ozturk, as much as people, I've seen it on social media, a lot of people actually dislike the man, even though he hasn't put a foot wrong for large parts of this season. He got dropped randomly for no reason in the last game against Tranmere, just so we could accommodate the new lad Bailey Wright. And we looked shaky at the back. We were okay, but we were shaky at the back against Tranmere, who were in the relegation zone, and we only just managed to scrape a 1-0 win. So it's no surprise that we were so poor at the back today. Of course, I would have expected us to be at least a little bit better, because we were absolutely frigging abysmal today. But we've dropped Ozturk essentially for no reason. And I'm hoping to God they have a good excuse for that, because I find that to be really unfair on Ozturk and just a stupid decision in the first place. Because for me, you don't change a winning side. You don't change a winning side, and that's what we did. And we were absolutely all over the place at the back today, and it finished 2-0 to Portsmouth. So it's a big missed opportunity. It's a big missed opportunity, but hopefully, we get over this. We go into our next game, and we just try and turn this around. Of course, we've got 9 unbeaten. That's fantastic. we can't rely on our laurels and just think that we deserve win after win after win, because we don't. We have to work hard for it, and today we didn't work. We were nowhere near enough as much as we should have done, particularly that second half. It was boys against men, and Portsmouth thoroughly deserved their win, so well done to them. But yeah, so hopefully a massive improvement in upcoming games, because that was piss poor. But anyway, I know this has been a depressing one, but we lost, so what do you expect? So anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button for me. It'd be massively, massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already, to become a fully fledged member of the Sassy Army. But for now, you take care and stay jamming.